Well, new year, new hobbies. The month of January is National Hobby Month, and celebrity historian Rafi Andoni is here to share some history behind it. Hey, Rafi, good to see you.
Good to see you, Rafi.
Yeah, great to see you. My hobby is to come on TV, right?
Nice. Maybe
Great
that
to
could
be
be
here.
somebody
That's a
else's
good
hobby
hobby.
this year as well.
Yeah.
Give us a little history. What do we need to know about National Hobby Month?
Well, it's fascinating to see how hobbies start out because we think of hobbies as a good thing, but originally they were not seen as such a great thing.
Really?
Yeah, that's right. So up until the industrial period, you don't have a lot of free time. But in the Industrial Revolution and the reaction to that with labor movements reducing the 8-hour workday to 5-day work week gives more free time, right?
Sure.
Well, when you have more free time, people do things like go to saloons. Not exactly something I see very well. But also the rise of amusement parks and theaters is happening around the same
Sure.
time, late 19th, early 20th century.
Sure.
And there's a magazine article that comes out in that period that says that if everyone had a hobby, then we would not have so much crime. So that's when it starts to kind of help shift to see hobbies as potentially something that could be positive, productive. You're looking down upon the passive stuff and looking more up, kind of upholding stuff that's
The
actually
active stuff.
enriching yourself. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
Idle hands are the devil's playground, my grandma used to
That's
say,
right.
right? So,
That's a great example of the carry of that kind of thinking. That's right. Yeah,
So
absolutely.
what hobbies did you bring with us to share today?
Well, of course, we have the classic, right? The chessboard.
Right? But you know, I don't know how to play.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
you got to learn.
complicated.
It is
gotta
complicated,
play.
though. Yeah, it's
Gotta
actually
play.
very complicated, but a great example of one that could be looked up upon because, you think of it as just working my brain,
Strategy,
right?
yeah.
Right.
Puzzle the same
Puzzles,
way,
yes.
right?
Yes.
Uno
Classic.
is a classic, fun one to play. And of course, since I'm a history guy, I brought some history trivia cards here that you could end up having some fun with, right?
Click those. Look, open those. We want to
Yeah,
see those.
pull
Yeah.
And these are educational. These are educational. You can see they're pretty old. I have them
Yes.
for old school. It actually got handed down to me from my family, believe it or not.
Uh-oh, Jackie, you going to ask a question?
I
feel
am.
like we should
We should put the
Let's see if
historian
I know
gotta ask him. Put
knowledge
Rafi
to
on the
Stuff to the
spot.
story. Let's see what it
test.
says.
Yes. That's a.
That's right.
These are all very political.
Uh-oh.
They kind of are.
But it's a good example of learning,
Oh,
right?
that's a.
This-
maybe. I don't know. Okay.
Fine.
We don't
We'll have to
know.
go through all of them to find
No.
which one, right? But-
Okay, I think
you
this
got
one. I
Okay.
think this one is okay. Let's talk about the Mayflower Compact. What was its purpose?
I'm not sure.
We have stumped the historian.
Yes, it's a document.
Yes.
I'm not
It's
sure.
a
Yeah, it's a
document.
document. Yeah, I'm not sure what the actual purpose of the document is. But see,
Yeah, these are great.
It shows you that even I can learn. Now, this is a great example that hobbies. It's this thinking in capitalism. Think about in capitalism, you want to be productive, you want to work hard, you want to have achievement. And what you just did there is not that different than, for example, if I pick up running as a hobby, well, then all of a sudden I enroll in a half marathon or a marathon. Now I'm comparing myself to others. Where did I finish? Or I'm taking it on social media, right? And I'm posting, look at me, I'm doing this,
doing
right?
the thing.
Now I'm looking
Yeah.
for validation.
Yes.
And so it changes the hobby from being sort of something that's just leisure and fun, and that kind of thought process makes it so that you want to show that you're improving yourself because it acts like a personal resume. You put some hobbies down on resumes in the past,
Sure.
it shows your skills, right?
Yeah.
Or if I'm at a cocktail party, imagine you tell me, hey, what were you doing earlier today? Oh, I was a couch potato. That's not something exciting that is going to be
Right.
looked upon very well versus, I'm building a wine collection at the cocktail party would be something good. Or
Right.
I spent the day at the gym or I spent the day reading books. It's a little bit different way of looking at it. So we do treat it as a way of our identity,
Okay.
not just in what we tell others, but about what we tell ourselves.
Yeah, and I love this. You
Yeah, I
brought
love
some
that.
examples of
These are
like
great.
keeping your brain active. You've got
That's
the
right.
trivia, you've got
Yeah,
the chess.
yeah.
Obviously, these other activities are great for involving more than just one person. So it's like a family thing.
That's right. That's right. I'll tell you real quick, one hobby I developed, though, that maybe I'm not so proud of during the pandemic
Oh, no.
was TikTok. Dun, 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 dun. That was
Nice.
huge in that moment, right?
There could be positives that come out of it.
There can totally be positives that come out of that. Okay, so we know that it's the end of January, but that's okay. You can even start today.
That's right.
Pick up a new hobby. If you do, let us know what that is.
Yes.
We would love to share that here on Good Day NWA.
And then
Rafi.
we'll challenge you to a game of trivia
And
or
stop
chess.
me.
Well,
Whatever you're picking up.
remember we did the civics beat quiz. We barely made it.
We squeaked by. You would have been proud of us, though. Rafi, thanks for joining us.
Thank
Yes,
you.
always good to see you. We'll
Yes.
be right back.